A group of girlfriends and I went out looking for men, and we found something so much better. This is what nobody tells you about dating in midlife. Hey, I'm Amy, and you're watching Your Brilliance TV. So, when I started my career as a love coach 20 years ago, I saw myself as a Carrie Bradshaw because I was out there throwing myself into the dating scene and I was writing about it. But there was one piece of the puzzle missing for me: a group of girlfriends willing to come along for the ride. Carrie, Samantha, Miranda, and Charlotte debriefed after every date, and their discussions helped Carrie see nuances of love she could not have seen on her own. And in my early days as a love coach, I didn't have that. I was working in an office filled with boys and living in a house filled with boys. And they were always willing to talk through dating with me and going out with me. But I quickly found that going anywhere with them was counterproductive because, of course, everyone would assume that we were together. What I needed was girlfriends. I needed my own Samantha, Miranda, and Charlotte. And now I have got them. I have got a group of girlfriends who are keen on going out and watching men and seeing what happens. But there's only one little problem. So we have gone out 2 Fridays in a row now, and it's becoming clear that the real pleasure of going out is actually not man watching. It's time with each other. Looking for men is just an afterthought, and it's not half as fun as talking to each other. And it turns out that there are a lot of women just like us. Women in midlife often enjoy being single. They are much less likely to jump back into a relationship than men. So when men get divorced, the research shows that they tend to enter a new relationship and remarry much faster than women. Men remarry at nearly twice the rate that women do because they need relationships in a way we don't. The reason so many women elect to stay single is not, as the manosphere claims, because we can't get a man, but rather because those midlife breakups give us a chance to reassess the role of men in our lives. So, most of us have spent decades serving our families, and we're tired. We haven't had time to ourselves in who knows how long. It is delicious and delightful to go out with girlfriends and enjoy some harmless flirtation and come home early to a bed that is entirely, gloriously yours. Yes, companionship is appealing, but so is freedom. Now, I'll admit, I did not expect our exploratory evenings to turn out like this because the last time I researched the local nightlife, I was a lot younger and I would sit in a corner and I would have my notebook and watch and make notes of all the flirtations and the approaches. And back then, I didn't even notice the groups of women who were ignoring men. But these days, it's like I see them everywhere. The vibe is different now. There's no need to meet anyone because most of us are pretty happy with our lives. If something happens, great. But it's also kind of nice when it doesn't. Now, if you are keen to assess the role of men in your life, then check out my free handout. I call it Man Expectations, and it will help you narrow in on what exactly you might want a man for in your life right now. So, the goal is to think honestly about what you want and need from a relationship at this stage in your life, because that changes over time. And not every new relationship has to look like the ones you had when you were younger. Maybe you just want a man in your life in a very limited way. So find out by going to yourbrilliance.com/expectations. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon.